Autobots, Decepticons, and Duelists. Welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we're going to finish off February with a bang. We're going to talk about the very first female villain in a movie ever in Transformers. And that is Shatter from the Bumblebee movie. So we're just going to jump straight into it. She is pretty cool, actually. I do like it. I like her. She was a really interesting character. It was a great movie. I love the Bumblebee movie. She had signs of Megatron for like her combat ability, but in defense of Bumblebee, he just had a big fight with Dropkick, and they were like wrestlers brawling around the entire um, area. So yes, he's a little weakened and tired from fighting right now. But she was really good. She was brutal, so that's why I said Megatron. But she was like Starscream with how cunning and smart she is. So yeah, she was pretty cool. She was a nice mix of intelligence and brawn, and she was confident. She honestly could have won against Bumblebee had she kept her emotions in check. It was a really good movie. Yeah. I Now in terms of the toy, it's not bad. I mean, it's obviously the first Shatter, and this is only the car mode because, well, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do jet mode as well with the car mode because that's not going to look good, and no one wants that. So we're just doing car mode right now. She looks pretty good. The head is the only thing that confuses me because I know she had eyes, and they just gave her red spots for eyes. I believe it's because they said there's a theory going around that there was a battle mask that she had, and she wore it during the Bumblebee fight. But that was a theory, and it honestly could be wrong, so I have no idea. It doesn't look bad. It's just I'm not used to it, is all. And these parts right here kind of get in the way sometimes, but it makes sense for what it's like. I mean, she's not going to be perfectly. These parts aren't going to be perfectly hidden. She does have a bit of a backpack, but granted, she did not in the movie, but they kind of had to put this stuff somewhere, and the back is like the only spot no one ever really looks. Yeah, in terms of movement, her head can do a full 360. She can look up all the way. She can kind of look down a little bit. Her arms can do a full 360. You just have to loop around a lot due to these. I honestly don't even know the name, but you would have to watch out for this. She can move her shoulder up and down. She technically can move this shoulder plate, but that's due to transformation. You can rotate her arm, full 360, and she has a little over 90-degree at the elbow. She doesn't have any wrist rotation, which is okay. No waist, but her legs can go up about that far. You would have to move around from that. And they can go back about that far due to the backpack. She can rotate her leg. Full 360, you will have to move it around just for avoiding the door, I guess you want to call it, from her body. And then she has a bend at the knee, little about 90, and then she technically has another knee that she can bend about 90 before the tire gets in the way. She only has ankle tiltage, but not tiltage. Well, yeah, this is tiltage, but it only goes up and down. And I guess you can move her foot forward and back, but that's mostly due to transformation. Yeah, that's about it for her robot mode. She does come with these two twin blasters. I want to say they're the rocket launchers that we see her use against whatever John Cena's character was. I forget his name right now. The military guy in the helicopter. I believe that's what this is. It honestly could be the machine gun or whatever standardized blaster. And I only say that is because that's what it kind of looks like. But my argument against it is, well, we kind of saw these form on her arm when she shot it at the helicopter. So it's whatever you think it is. She can hold them in her arms if this one wants to be nice. She can hold them like this. I, however, like them on her shoulder like this. I mean, her arm like that. She also technically has another port right here that you can put under her arm. I personally think it looks better like this, but to each their own. Alright, now that's everything with her robot mode. We're going to jump straight into her transformation. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is come here at the chest. There's this scrunch up piece. You're going to fold it all the way down, like so, to the point where it stops. You're going to come to the backpack. You're going to pull it off. And you're just going to rotate the top up. Then you got to come under here. You got to flip the hood. The head sometimes doesn't like to go down. Nope. And there that goes. There we go. Then you flip the hood. And you gotta make sure her head goes down. Oh boy. The head never likes me, I tell you this now. Okay, which way does it? There's one way where the head likes to go, but I never find it until like the last second. Okay, there we go. I found it. And then this is just me in my model, but the arms are pretty fragile when it comes to like transformation, so that might turn a few people off. Now you're going to come to the top part of the backpack. You're going to fold these red parts out until they're sticking straight up like this. You're going to leave them there for a second. You're going to come to the bottom part. Just going to pull gently till it folds down. And come to the end. You're going to fold it out, the trunk, and then you're going to fold the tail lights out. You're going to straighten that out. And you're going to come to the legs. You're going to rotate until you can perfectly align the back part of the car. You will have to raise it up a bit due to it having to like even out. There we go. Alright, now you're going to come to the tires right here. You're going to fold them out so they're sticking out a little weirdly like that. Then you're going to fold the feet in. You're going to fold them in. Now you're just going to adjust the tires and straighten them out. You should hear a click when you do so. Alright, now we're going to come to the hood. I actually straighten the arms out till they're like facing down like this so they aren't in your way while you do the backpack. Now you're going to come down here and you're just going to make sure the the tail lights click into the tail light, or at least the back of the car, like so. Make sure, oh, of course, I dropped it for a sec. Just make sure that goes in there. You're going to come to the front of the car, the hood, and you're just going to make sure these parts squeeze in. I would say we're done, but not yet. Take the red shoulder blade, fold it up, and then you're just going to rotate it. You might have to move the arm a little bit. And then there's a vacancy right here that you just make sure it goes in. And you're going to do the same thing for this side over here. And then, yeah, there you go. That's her in her vehicle form. It rolls like all cars should. It's honestly a really cool car. I do like it. I still like drop kicks a little more, but that is mostly due because I love the color blue. But her car is really cool. It's a nice car. It's nice. I love it. I couldn't tell you anything about what this car is. I couldn't tell you anything about it. Nah, the only complaints I have for her vehicle form is you can kind of still see her feet and her arms from in the transformation, but that is fair due to the fact that it's not going to hide very well. But it's still pretty cool, and it doesn't bother me at all, especially since it's just a really nice car. Now, in terms of weapon storage, she has the ports in her arms that you just put them on right here. It does kind of hinder her driving a bit. I don't know if that's due to the fact that the car could do it. We've only seen her drive a couple of times, so I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's honestly a nice car. My only, again, the complaints for the transformation, it's really just these arms are too weak for me. I don't know if that's for anyone else. It might just be me. But yeah, that's actually going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Catch you all later.